Hi everyone and welcome back. In this video I'm going to explain the form in the Flutter, how to create form and make a validation in the Flutter with the design, or also how to create the UI. At the end of this video you will be able to create like this design, like this form. So here I can write something. For example, I can add my name here. Of course, if I add the name, if I don't add anything, for example, and click submit, I will find the error here. If I write, for example, my name here and then submit, I will see here hello Usama, for example. So now I need to create something like that. So first thing, as you can see, we have like error. We have this message here. So this is not a static screen or not a static page, but it is a dynamic. So we cannot use here a stateless widget, but we should use a stateful widget. And we have explained how to create a stateful widget. The simple way to create it in the Android Studio, you can just say like this, stateful, like this, and automatically will create stateful widget for you. Here you need just to write the class name, so my app, for example. So that's it. Now a stateful widget has been created. Now here as we know, for example, we should start with the material app. In the material app we have home. In the home we can add a scaffold. The first screen, we have only one screen. In the screen I can add a bar for the form validation, like this here. A bar has a background color, so I can add like colors pink here. And we have the up bar, we have also title, and the title is just a widget, so we can say here like form validation. After up bar, of course, we have the body of the scaffold. In the body I can just say here center. Everything will be in the center, or I don't need center here because I will have a form here directly, or so I can just say here form. So to create form we need just a form here. The form has key, like a unique key to access the form, to work with the form from outside globally. So here you can just add this key here. I can name it like form key equal a global key. The type of the global key will be form state, like this and this way. So now here you can just add variable. So we can just make it like this, and here in the form we can use this form here, of course, form key, and here I can just directly use it, form key. Also in the form we need child. The child here we need to add the text form and the button. So here vertically, so we need children, so we need here column as a child, so we can add just a column. The column I can add like main axis in the center vertically, and also horizontally in the center, so I can just add it cross axis alignment also in the center. And then we have children. So in the children what we have, this is the important part here. We need this, so I can add here text form field. To allow user to insert something, input something, we need to use text form input in this way. And below it we can use like a sized box, and high I can add like 20 for example. And now I can add here a button, so we can use this class elevated button, and it will be perfect here. Elevated button has something here. The first thing we need on a press, so on press on this button we need to return something, or we need to do something here. And also has, if you just click on this button, you can see we have a named parameter child is required, so we need also a child, so I can add a child here. And the child may be text, maybe anything you want. So for example I can add it a text here, a simple text, and say submit in this way. Now if I run this application, you can forget that now I just add, as you can see, in this way. I can add some thing later for the border, for the colors. I will add it later, but now it's perfect until here. Now what I need to do, I need when the user click here and write something, submit, just add it here, just show it here. What can I do? First thing, I need to add validation. So for example, if user not write anything, just left this empty and click, I need to show me error. So here in the text field, we have here validator. In the validator has a value, return a value. So the value is whatever user write here. So it will return what? So you can just add a validation. So I can say here, for example, if value is empty, so there's nothing inside it, I need to do something. We should have value, should have something. So you should add this. We'll explain that later with that. We have explained that with the Dart language with the null safety. So now we say it like this. I need just to return something, anything. It will print it here. So I can say you should write something, anything, of course. Also, I can add another validation if you want. For example, another one, I can say if value dot length, for example, like less than 3. No, I don't know that. I don't need that, so I can just also return error here. So I can say the text should be 3 letters or more. So you can add any validation. Now I finish adding validation. Now, and when the user click on a press here, so I need to do something. So I can say if here check the validation. So I can say using the key in the form. So for that we use the key to access it, form key here. So I can say here if form key dot validate. So if there is no error like this. And here, if you just click here, you can see we have problem method validate cannot be unconditionally invoked because the receiver cannot be null. So here we should ensure or promise or just attention that it will be not null. So here I said like this. This line means if there is no error, there is no validation error here. Now it is not empty and less than 3, for example, more than 3. So now we need to do what? So we can just show print something, or you can do anything. But now I need just to show like a scaffold, like a I don't know what it's called, like a message here. So I can say here a scaffold from scaffold dot scaffold messenger, yes, dot of context, scaffold messenger dot of context dot again. So we need show snack bar. So I need to show snack bar here, and we can add a snack bar here. The content of the snack bar, just add snack bar, and the content will be what? The content should be what? If we just click here, control widget. So here we should add text widget, and inside it I need to say, for example, like now, just hello, and I'll tell you how we can do it later. Now just run. Now you can see. Now if I just not return anything here, submit, you can see you should write something. If I write OS only, just 2, not a 3, click here, you should add more than letter. If I write Osama, submit. So here, as you can see, we have a problem with the snack bar, because here we use the scaffold messenger, and the scaffold messenger try to find the context. So since here we have the material app inside our state widget, so it will go to the material app, not to the scaffold, but we need to get it from the scaffold. So this is a problem here. The solution for this problem, you can just add material app outside this class. I mean, you can create another class and add material app, or maybe add the material app here like we have explained before. So we can add material app here, just material app, and home will be my app. So you can make it in this way and delete the material app from here. Now I think it will become better in any time. So here I don't need material app, I need just directly return the scaffold here and delete anything related with the material app. So in this way it will work. Now you can see if we just run, add here Osama, for example, and submit, you can see hello. So this way to solve this problem. And there is another way using builder, but we will explain that later. But now it's well perfect in this way. Now what we need to do, I need to say hello and Usama or whatever user right here. So in order to access what user right here, we need to use a controller. Inside text we have validator, and also we have here controller. So in the controller you can access anything user written inside, or anything written inside the text or form input text, like this. So the controller here need a type. We need just to add, like with the form here we use it like this. So we need also here var, I can name it like text or anything here, equal text edit controller. Text edit controller, so we can access anything inside the text. So here I name it txt or anything, of course. So here I will use txt. So now by this variable, global variable, I can access anything inside text form. So here I need to say hello Osama, for example. So I can just say here, used in this way, txt dot text, the text inside the controller. So now I say like this, and now if I write Osama here, for example, and submit, you can see hello Osama. And I write, for example, like Ali, so will be hello Ali. So anything you can access it here. So in order to access anything inside text form, you need just to write it or just to make it in this way. So in the next lecture we will just add some style in this form. Hope you understand that, and thank you very much.